Graham Hancock is a British author and journalist who has significantly contributed to archaeology, history, and exploration. Hancock has been recognized for his captivating writing style and ability to challenge conventional narratives and explore alternative interpretations of historical events. Hancock's career began in journalism, working for outlets such as The Economist, The Sunday Times, and The Independent. However, his transition into writing books brought him widespread recognition and controversy. His best-known works include Fingerprints of the Gods, Magicians of the Gods, and America Before, The Key to Earth's Lost Civilization. One of the central themes in Hancock's work is the exploration of ancient civilizations and their potential impact on humanity's understanding of history. He challenges the prevailing views of mainstream scholars. He argues that there are significant gaps and anomalies in our knowledge of the past, and is known for his controversial theories and alternative interpretations of history. While Graham Hancock's ideas have captivated many readers and inspired a dedicated following, it's important to note that his theories are not widely accepted within the academic community. Critics argue that his work often lacks rigorous scientific methodology and relies heavily on speculation and subjective interpretations of evidence. This video will show you the 10 craziest theories by Graham Hancock. Lost Advanced Civilization. Graham Hancock's theory of a lost advanced civilization is one of his most well-known and controversial ideas. He suggests that a sophisticated and technologically advanced civilization existed in the distant past, predating recorded history. According to Hancock, this civilization possessed knowledge and capabilities that surpass our current understanding, and left behind traces of their existence in various ancient sites and artifacts. Hancock draws upon archaeological and historical evidence and myths and legends from different cultures around the world to support his theory. He argues that structures like the pyramids of Egypt, the megalithic sites such as Stonehenge, and the ancient ruins of South America are examples of the remnants of this lost civilization. Hancock suggests that the precision, engineering, complex architecture, and astronomical alignments in these structures indicate a level of knowledge and skill beyond what was previously believed to be possible. One of the key aspects of Hancock's theory is the concept of a mother culture, or a global civilization that spreads its influence and knowledge to various parts of the world. He proposes that this advanced civilization may have interacted and shared its expertise with other cultures, leading to the similarities and commonalities seen in ancient myths, symbols, and architectural styles across different regions. He says that this super smart civilization thrived during a time when sea levels were lower, possibly around the end of the last ice age, approximately 12,000 years ago. He suggests that a cataclysmic event, such as a comet impact or a major geological upheaval, wiped out this civilization and caused widespread destruction, leading to the loss of their knowledge and the reshaping of Earth's geography. Not everyone agrees with Hancock, though. Critics say his theory doesn't have enough solid evidence and relies too much on speculation. But you gotta admit, Hancock's ideas are pretty mind-blowing. It makes you wonder if there's hidden knowledge from our ancient past that we haven't uncovered yet. Whether you believe him or not, he's definitely sparked some exciting debates and got people thinking differently about history. Ancient apocalypse. Hancock didn't just stop at his theory of super advanced ancient civilization, but also proposed another crazy conspiracy theory that an ancient apocalypse destroyed this civilization. Hancock believes that a massive disaster wiped these advanced civilizations off the face of the earth. He calls it the ancient apocalypse. Imagine a major catastrophe that just wrecked everything these advanced peeps had going on. So, how did this ancient apocalypse go down? Hancock thinks it could have been triggered by natural disasters like a gigantic comet smashing into the Earth, a massive solar flare frying everything, or even a crazy shift in the planet's axis. Basically, something huge and disastrous that turned advanced societies into a bunch of cavemen. Hancock also dives into the ancient myths and texts that talk about crazy events like floods and celestial disasters. He thinks these stories are based on actual events, and that they point to a global cataclysm that affected a bunch of ancient civilizations at the same time. Now, not everyone is on board with Hancock's theories. Critics say he's just making stuff up and that there's not enough evidence to support his claims. They argue that the ancient structures he talks about can be explained by the skills and abilities of the ancient folks themselves. But hey, plenty of people dig his ideas and think he's onto something. At the end of the day, Hancock's theory of an ancient apocalypse is a wild ride. Whether you believe it or not, it's definitely an unconventional take on ancient history. But until there's more research and evidence, it's going to remain one of those crazy theories that people either love or hate. The Pyramids of Egypt. Graham Hancock has a captivating theory regarding the Pyramids of Egypt that challenges conventional explanations. He proposes that these ancient structures are not just mere tombs for pharaohs, but rather part of a larger, intricate cosmic design. Hancock suggests that the pyramids were built as sophisticated celestial markers, intentionally aligned with specific astronomical events and constellations. He argues that the remarkable precision in their construction and alignment indicates an advanced knowledge of astronomy and a deep connection to the cosmos. One of the key aspects of Hancock's theory is the correlation between the alignment of the pyramids and the positions of certain stars and constellations. He points to the alignment of the three main pyramids on the Giza Plateau with the belt of the constellation Orion, suggesting that the ancient Egyptians were intentionally mirroring the stars on Earth. According to Hancock, this alignment symbolized the desire to create a link between the earthly and heavenly realms. Furthermore, Hancock believes that the pyramids were not isolated structures, but part of a more extensive global network of ancient sites that share similar astronomical alignments. He highlights the similarities between the pyramids of Egypt, the Mayan pyramids in Central America, and other ancient structures around the world. According to Hancock, these connections suggest a shared ancient wisdom and a possible worldwide civilization predating our known history. Aliens or extraterrestrials? Graham Hancock has a thought-provoking theory that explores the possibility of extraterrestrial influences on human history and the development of ancient civilizations. While his ideas may be controversial, they have sparked widespread interest and debate among those who ponder the mysteries of our past. Hancock proposes that ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians and the Mayans achieved remarkable feats that seemed beyond the capabilities of their time. He suggests that these advancements could be attributed, at least in part, to the guidance or intervention of extraterrestrial beings, or highly advanced ancient civilizations from other planets. One aspect of Hancock's theory is the interpretation of ancient texts, mythologies, and artwork as potential evidence of encounters with extraterrestrial beings. He draws attention to depictions of strange beings, flying vehicles, and celestial objects found in various ancient cultures. Hancock argues that these representations could be interpreted as encounters with beings from other worlds, or as attempts by ancient civilizations to document such encounters. He also explores the notion that ancient structures like the pyramids of Egypt or the megalithic sites around the world were built with the assistance of advanced knowledge or technologies obtained from extraterrestrial sources. He questions the prevailing understanding of how these monumental structures were constructed and suggests that their precision and engineering prowess surpassed the capabilities of the civilizations credited with their creation. The City of Atlantis. If you're a fan of the comics, you must have heard about the City of Atlantis, especially in Aquaman comics and movies. But according to Hancock, Atlantis wasn't just some mythical city made up by ancient storytellers. He actually thinks it was a real place that existed in the distant past. Hancock believes that Atlantis was a highly advanced civilization that thrived before the rise of our known ancient civilizations. He suggests that it was located in a different part of the world, possibly in the Atlantic Ocean, hence the name Atlantis, or perhaps in the Antarctic. But here's the twist. Hancock proposes that a cataclysmic event, like a massive flood or earthquake, caused Atlantis to sink beneath the waves, disappearing forever. To support his theory, Hancock looks at various pieces of evidence, both scientific and historical. He points to ancient texts like Plato's dialogues, which describe Atlantis as an advanced and prosperous society. Plato claimed that Atlantis was a naval power with impressive technology and a well-organized government. Hancock also looks at geological formations and underwater structures that could potentially be remnants of Atlantis. He suggests that these formations, like the underwater structures off the coast of Bimini in the Caribbean, might be the remains of Atlantis, which sank during the massive disaster. Ancient supernatural art. Graham Hancock has put forth an intriguing theory regarding ancient supernatural art and its possible connections to altered states of consciousness and spiritual experiences. In his exploration, Hancock suggests that ancient art from various civilizations around the world may reflect encounters with supernatural or otherworldly beings. According to Hancock, the intricate and enigmatic artwork found in ancient caves, rock formations, and temple walls may have been influenced by visions or experiences induced by altered states of consciousness. He suggests that the artists of these civilizations may have used techniques such as meditation, rhythmic drumming, or the consumption of hallucinogenic substances to access heightened states of perception. Hancock proposes that during these altered states, individuals may have had encounters with beings or entities from different realms or dimensions. He suggests that the intricate patterns, fantastical creatures, and otherworldly landscapes depicted in ancient art could be interpretations of these supernatural experiences. In his theory, Hancock argues that these encounters may have served as a source of inspiration for the artists who sought to capture and convey the mystical and spiritual realms they had witnessed. Hancock also explores the idea that ancient civilizations may have intentionally created art as a means of communicating with these supernatural beings, or as a way to connect with the spiritual realm. He suggests that ancient art might have served as a bridge between the physical and metaphysical, allowing individuals to tap into a deeper understanding of existence and engage in forces beyond ordinary perception. The Sphinx and the Age of Leo. Graham Hancock has a fascinating theory concerning the Great Sphinx of Giza and its potential connection to the astronomical phenomenon known as the Age of Leo. According to Hancock, the Sphinx, with its unique lion-like form, may have been designed and constructed during a time when the constellation Leo rose prominently in the night sky, indicating a profound celestial alignment. Hancock suggests that the positioning of the Sphinx aligns with the eastern horizon during the vernal equinox, specifically pointing towards the rising sun at a particular moment in history. He proposes that this alignment corresponds to a specific era known as the Age of Leo, which occurred approximately 12,500 to 10,500 BCE. During this time, the vernal equinox sun rose in the constellation Leo. Drawing from various ancient mythologies and archaeological evidence, Hancock suggests that the builders of the Sphinx intentionally incorporated this celestial alignment into its design. He theorizes that the Sphinx, with its lion body and human face, symbolizes the transition from the Age of Leo to the subsequent astrological age of humanity, known as the Age of Aquarius. Hancock also dives into the potential implications of the Sphinx's alignment with the Age of Leo. He suggests that this astronomical connection may have held a deep significance for the ancient civilization responsible for its construction. It could represent a marker or monument marking a significant era of cultural, spiritual, or cosmic importance. Critics of Hancock's theory question the accuracy of the astronomical alignment and whether the Sphinx was intentionally designed to correspond with the Age of Leo. They argue that the alignment may be coincidental, or that the Sphinx's age and purpose are still subjects of debate within the scientific community. It's important to note that mainstream Egyptologists generally support a different timeline for the construction of the Sphinx, placing it during the Old Kingdom of Egypt around 2500 BCE. They attribute its purpose to royal iconography and associate it with the pharaoh Khafre, the Great Flood. So, get this. Graham Hancock has this crazy theory about a ginormous flood that went down way back in ancient times. And we're not talking about just any flood here. We're talking about a mega global flood that messed things up big time. Hancock draws upon a wide range of evidence to support his theory. He points to flood myths and legends found in various cultures around the world, including the story of Noah's Ark in the Bible, the Epic of Gilgamesh from Mesopotamian mythology, and similar narratives from ancient India and other regions. He suggests that these flood stories share common elements and might be rooted in an actual event that affected multiple societies. But it doesn't stop there. Hancock looks at the geological evidence too. He's all about those sedimentary layers and marine fossils that don't really belong where they're found. According to him, these findings are signs that Earth was hit by a gigantic flood that covered massive areas. Mainstream scientists generally reject Hancock's theory of a global flood as lacking empirical evidence and scientific support. They contend that the flood myths could be symbolic or exaggerated narratives rather than accounts of a real global flood. Skeptics also assert that geological formations and fossil records can be explained by local or regional floods, rather than a worldwide catastrophe. Nonetheless, it remains an intriguing theory that keeps the curiosity alive. The sacred geometry. According to Hancock, sacred geometry is the study of geometric shapes and ratios that hold profound symbolic and metaphysical meanings. He argues that these geometric patterns were intentionally incorporated into sacred sites, such as temples, pyramids, and cathedrals, as well as in artwork, religious symbols, and even crop circles. Hancock believes that ancient civilizations, including the Egyptians, Mayans, and Greeks, understood the inherent power and harmony found in specific geometric forms. These shapes, such as the circle, square, triangle, and pentagon, were believed to have a universal language that transcended cultural and religious boundaries. They were seen as the building blocks of creation, representing divine order and the underlying structure of the universe. Hancock also talks about the concept of the golden ratio, or the divine proportion, a mathematical ratio found in nature and believed to be aesthetically pleasing. He suggests that this ratio is often present in the design and proportions of ancient structures and artworks, indicating a deliberate application of sacred geometry. Hancock proposes that ancient cultures used holy geometry as a means to tap into higher realms of consciousness and connect with the divine. By incorporating these geometric principles into their sacred spaces and rituals, they sought to create harmonious environments conducive to spiritual experiences and enlightenment. Hall of Records. Graham Hancock has presented a theory regarding the existence of a mythical Hall of Records that may hold hidden knowledge and information about ancient civilizations and lost historical periods. According to Hancock, the Hall of Records is believed to be a vast underground repository of ancient texts, artifacts, and records, potentially located in various sites around the world. Hancock suggests that the Hall of Records could contain crucial information that challenges our understanding of human history. This hidden repository is believed to house ancient texts and documents that were deliberately concealed or preserved by advanced ancient civilizations, possibly due to cataclysmic events or the suppression of certain knowledge. One notable aspect of Hancock's theory is his exploration of the Great Sphinx of Giza in Egypt. He proposes that there may be a hidden chamber or passages beneath the Sphinx that lead to the Hall of Records. Hancock speculates that these underground chambers might contain a wealth of information about the true origins and advanced knowledge of the ancient Egyptians. Furthermore, Hancock speculates that the Hall of Records may be present in other locations around the world, such as the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, the Andes Mountains in South America, or even beneath the ocean in areas like the Bermuda Triangle. He suggests that these sites might hold ancient texts, maps, and artifacts that could provide insights into lost civilizations and advanced technologies. It's important to note that mainstream archaeology and historical research have not substantiated the existence of a Hall of Records as described by Hancock. Skeptics argue that the idea of a hidden repository of ancient knowledge remains speculative and lacks concrete evidence. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you liked it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We'll be back soon with another fantastic video. Peace out.